it was Beverly actually. Um, that's Rocky's, your wife of many, many, many years. God bless you. Nice to hear from you. And I hope you get this. I'm sorry, it just came through after I switched off. So it says, I'm quickly losing my faith in mankind and don't feel too positive about the future. How can I change that feeling? Yeah, I think a lot of us are in a similar place. There's so much uncertainty in the world right now, but again, um, it helps to remember that that's actually the nature of the world. We tend to want it to be not like that. Yes, we want it to be peaceful and etc. But the, if we can actually realize this is the world of uncertainty, it's the world of all the anomalies that we're seeing. That's actually how it is generally, and it's only a little relief. Maybe in our own life, sometimes it's only a relief for a week or two. The happiness and distress. And so there's two scales I would suggest on this, and then there's the international scene of wars and pestilence and all kinds of disturbances, which tends to fluctuate apparently over a larger time scale. So, it might be 10 or 20 or 30, 40 years of relative peace. Although, as I said earlier, you look closer and you'll find that there are skirmishes and wars and pestilence and famine going on all over the world at different times, but it becomes more prominent at times, say like right now. Um, so, how to change that feeling? And again, you're absolutely not alone. Just like who is alone experiencing happiness and distress? Nobody. Everyone experiences happiness and distress. So we all feel that uh, awkward, not feeling very positive about the future. So that's natural. So again, we have to come back to our foundational understanding of what is this world, what is the nature of the world, what is the spiritual world. And just the other day we were talking about this in a slightly different way, but we were saying as soon as the light is on, there's no darkness. So that those yeah, so those feelings of anxiety and disappointment and lack of positivity, uh, as soon as if we focus on that and think, yeah, I've got to get rid of it, then our focus is on the negative side. If we instead focus on the spiritual side, then we'll find, just as if you have light, there's no darkness. So the best way to get rid of those negative feelings is to focus on the positive Supreme Personality of Godhead, the process of devotional service, etc. So I'm explaining it reasonably, but not as precisely as I'd like to, but I hope you can pick up that mood. So the mood is focus on the light, the darkness will disappear. Oh, but I've got to focus on the dark. There's so much darkness. Look at this. This is not good. Yeah, and I know you don't want to be there, but the way to not be there is to see it and then move from it. It's not going to disappear, but you move away from it and and then focus on the spiritual realities and get the inspiration. It's all about inspiration, really. So if we're not so inspired, and I'm not singling you. I do this all the time, and we all do. We feel that feeling of negativity, not to feel positive. So then we have to get inspiration. So get on to some different books that you will be reading. I was just saying Shamasundar Prabhu's put out his third book. So that's very encouraging. Hari Sori Prabhu put out a book recently. There's so many literatures are there. Bhagavad Gita. Get into it again. My wife recently gave me this nice recording of Chaitanya Charitamrita that is very nicely recorded, and I'm listening to that. So that's very a source of inspiration. You can listen to different Prabhus and Maharajis that you feel inspired by. Get on, if everyone goes on the internet. So if you go on the internet, go and find those things. Look for the nectar, and then it's an age-old example that Srila Prabhupada gave. He said, just like the pan scales, you have pan scales. On one side you have spiritual, the other side you have material. So if you put more onto the spiritual side, then naturally the other side will come up. It has to respond. So again, Tamasi Mai Jyotirgama, come to the light, wherever it may be, find it. Go and see, when you hear that there's a little program going on, as devotees are gathering to do some kirtan, have some prasadam together, make sure there's a kirtan there too, and a little bit of pravachan, a little bit of discussion about Krishna, a place where you can ask some questions. And if it's not there, come along with your cartels. Somehow or other, stimulate some spiritual energy, because that will give us the taste that we're looking for. Vishayavani vartante niraharashade hinara savarjam param drishvani vartate. So we have to get the higher taste to give up the lower. So the negative feelings will go away. They'll still be there. It's still there, and it's natural. It's not unnatural to feel that feeling, uneasy, anxiety, and not feeling positive about the future. But let's the future, the future is out of this world. uh, and again, people say, oh, but that's just looking forward to, yeah, when you die you might go to heaven and you might, like that. No, as we focus on going back home, back to Godhead, and we keep that our focus, it affects our life right now, here, every day. Yeah, that we should be sure of. We're not talking of something, just pitching something for the far distant future that we maybe get some pleasure in 40 or 50 years time when we die. After we'll go back. No, by making that our focus and our goal, we'll actually begin to relish pleasure right now. We'll get the inspiration and we'll get the clarity of vision to be able to see things in a good perspective. Yeah. So I hope that addresses it. It's a big subject matter, Mataji, and I really appreciate you putting that there. And I hope you get this. You may even have missed it. I apologize for that. Somehow or other, I've been encouraged I might need to get a new phone, because it took a long time to get that through. Are you there? I think you are. Oh, Krishna, that's really nice. I see a little pranam. So yeah, wow, this phone's worked. Okay, nice to connect to you, Beverly Mataji. It was interesting. I saw it the other. I was trying to think of your name. I was thinking, what's Beverly's spiritual name? And Beverly is your spiritual name because you haven't taken initiation yet. Oh, hey, I got a call. I think